expressed in many ways, many dimensions, and one can start somatizing. I said before, even to the extent of having a heart attack, but we can develop, migraines, stomach ache, dizziness, or that's a physical, or the social, you become isolated, you withdraw, or the
Depression
contrary.
even, right?
Definitely, that would be the emotional, exactly, or anxiety. And of course, the spiritual, I'm a big one in spiritual, and it's the fourth dimension. And we can really lose hope and lose faith. So if we lose all that, we don't feel motivated, and that's why I call the book Your Guide for Strength and Hope, because hope is what makes us going, what keeps us going. So if we find meaning in the things that had happened, sometimes even with the death of someone that is such a great loss, I would say the greatest loss, people sometimes even put organizations together to help others. Or maybe if they lost a parent and they had a bad relationship with the other parent, that would be the opportunity. They change their priorities in life sometimes, and they get closer. Or if you were living a life with no purpose, no meaning, then it's the moment to see that we are mortal, that we're going to die, because everything that is alive dies. So we may start appreciating more our lives and the lives of ones that are close to us. So we wouldn't be wasting too much time fighting, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also say that when you lose a job, or when something like that happens to you, that necessity is the mother of invention. So it could lead to some other opportunities that you might not have thought of if you were still at this present position in time.
Exactly. And I have had clients, because I have my practice, I have clients that they have lost, their jobs or financials with all this crisis, no? And maybe they never thought about going to another career or doing something else. And they have taken it, as an opportunity. And we go there, we do a lot of insightful exercises to come very close into your inner self. What is there? Maybe they have stayed in the job for 10 years, not enjoying the job per se, but to have just a job. And life is more than having just a job. So it has been opportunities to expand. Some people have gone back to school. And it's interesting because I teach, I am an adjunct faculty member of Kaplan University, which is an online university. I've been teaching for years for them. I love it. And I teach ethics. And it has been an increase in all these schools in students enrolling because they want to see new venues. So again, Belkys, it depends on how you see it and how you see it. You stay there just complaining, see what has happened to me, and even choosing sometimes the victim role, or saying, do you know what? I'll see what I can do about this. And so it depends on our attitude, and to know that we can make it, to have faith in ourselves, and of course, if we believe in higher power, to have faith in God.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Very good information and a lot of good tips if we ever find ourselves in that position, or if we know of someone who's been is going through a similar situation. And if you'd like more information on how to cope with a loss, you can actually visit Ligia's website. She's got a website, and it's ligiahubin.com. And there you're going to find information on her book, which is Transform Your Loss, Your Guide to Strength and Hope, which is also available in Spanish. You can also sign up to receive her free newsletter and even follow her blogs. Coral Gables Now is just getting started. Coming up, several businesses have fallen victim to the state of the economy, but we'll show you one that's actually expanding. And later we'll meet the city's latest hire, someone whose job it is to protect the long-term economic vitality of the city and the quality of life for residents. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Believe it or not, there are businesses that are growing even in this economy. With us today to give us a little insight on their strategy are the owners of Giardino Gourmet Salads, Kenny and Odie Lugo. Thank you to both of you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So tell me about, first of all, let's start with your other location. It was off of Giralda, very busy place, and then you moved now to Ponce. right off of Miracle Mile. Tell me about that transition and why you guys decided to make that move.
Well, Belkys, we opened up the 30 Giralda space about 5 years ago. And we opened up a small location because it was a brand new concept that we were opening up. And we wanted to make sure it would work. And we were, capital-wise, we were also restricted. And luckily, we were blessed that within 2 months of opening, we kind of outgrew the space. So after 5 years of establishing a good clientele base and providing good customer service and the ongoing effort to increase, the restaurant sales, the opportunity arose where there was a location where we can move on ponds, where we were going to have more visibility, we were going to have more seating, and we were able to extend our business hours to provide a dinner crowd for our restaurant.
So why do you think, not a lot of businesses have that, issue where you outgrow it in 2 months. What do you think led to that? Why do you think you had so much of that support from the community?
Well, we have a really strong belief that, first of all, Kenny and I, as consumers and as, put ourselves in the shoes as customers at all times. As long as you provide the best food possible, and in our case, which is a restaurant, best service, in a timely manner, because we are in this fast food industry, and we stay consistent in that product, I think that people are willing just, to deal with the crowds, deal with the lines, and for us to be able to, be successful.
And some businesses would wait to expand in a better economy. This is, we've seen it everywhere, even in Coral Gables, that businesses are closing, whether it's restaurants or regular stores, clothing stores. Were you guys hesitant at any point to pull a trigger on this?
Yes.
Absolutely. Finally, when we have a history that I was a teacher and my husband was a firefighter. We took the radical sabbaticals to open up, the typical American dream. And, we put a lot into it, home equity loans, family loans. And right when we were in the point of taking care of this great opportunity comes probably in the worst time. So, but we truly believe that I don't think, we get, what's the saying, that it doesn't knock twice,
Yeah.
So
Opportunity doesn't knock twice.
opportunity doesn't knock twice. And I think we needed to take, that jump the same way we did 5 years ago. And the results in the past 2 months have been amazing. We have definitely continued the clientele that we had in the past, and we have taken over new clientele which knew about us but really never went to our location, and it's just been a great.
And how about the people that go, your customers? Have they given you feedback that has helped you guys expand to this level that you're at right now?
Absolutely.
We always take feedback. I'm usually at the register, and I talk to all my customers and ask them, how did you hear about us? Or how was your experience? And how was your salad? And I like their comments, because what better way to build your business than by what your customers are actually saying? So whenever a customer comes up to me and says, hey, my salad had too much dressing, for instance, I don't see it as a criticism. I say, who made your salad? Why? Because I can take that employee aside and I can say, listen, maybe next time put a little bit less dressing or put more dressing. And that's the way I think you build a successful business, is by listening to what your customers are actually thinking about you.
And our customers, I have to say, that are not a, once a month type of customers. They are at least 3 times a day. They almost become family. They go through the good and the bad with us, the rainy days, the sunny days, the days that our employees might not show up on time. So we truly believe in the things that they say.
So do you think that the expansion was unique to your business, or do you think that other businesses can learn from yours?
I think for a business that has a solid concept and that has a good sales stream, despite the economic situation that's going on now, it's a good opportunity for businesses that want to expand, because you can work better on leases and you can be able to find better locations, whereas maybe 3-4 years ago, I don't know, maybe our sales wouldn't have been able to afford a Ponce location. I call Ground Zero, right? You're right on Miracle Mile Ponce, behind one of the busiest restaurants, I think, in the Gables, Houston. So, to be able to move there and be able to be part of that block, maybe it wouldn't have been able to be, successful 3 years ago. But now we were able to work out a better